Sabri, it gives me a great honor to welcome you on our radio program, Qala, Voice of the Alliance. And it's an honor to have you on our show. And good evening, Sydney, Australia, and good early morning, LA, USA. Welcome to our program. I have so many listeners. You are actually on Facebook, and hopefully we'll have your voice back this time. Welcome to our show.
Shlama Khuni David.
Shlama
Great honor for me. It's a great honor for me to be in your show with Rabbi Hermes. Shlama Lochu Rabbi Hermes.
Thank you. Well, once again, you are welcome to our radio program, Qala. We'll have some questions for you. Malfono, I mentioned earlier that you are a founder of the Assyrian Genocide and Research Center, also is being known as Seyfo Center. You are actually, if I'm not mistaken, I know that you are from Diyarbakir. You migrated actually to Europe first, and now you are settled in America. And it gives me actually really, it gives us actually a very good knowledge if we know a bit more actually about the Genocide Center itself and your activities there in America. So we have actually prepared some questions for you. And during these questions, possibly, we will say a few things in Assyrian too. As you know, there are so many listeners that they are newly arrived to Australia. And also we have listeners from Middle East and also listeners in Europe, which is possibly they can understand or speak the language, the English. So we need possibly do a bit of translation. يقرأ هرمس بيت أوباتي ختمة خبران قبلت له يقرأ صبري أتمم شينا.
Rabbi Khaduta, Malfono Sabri, welcome to our program. It's always a pleasure to have you. We appreciate the great work and challenging steps you have taken in your advocacy to obtain the recognition of the Assyrian genocide. I am sure you have a lot to tell us about your work on this important and interesting subject. Well, we are looking forward to hear from you.
Thank you, Rabbi Hermes. Thank you, Akhuni David. It's a great honor for me to be in your show. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the invitation, and I would like to say Shlama to all our Assyrian community in Australia and the rest of the world who are listening to this program. Thank you again. It's a great honor for me to be in your show.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Malfono. Before I just start asking you a few questions, I believe Mr. Shaheen also will have some questions, or maybe if he wants to share the questions, which is I have 7. No problems at all. But can you also say something, I think it would be nice because we have so many listeners in Australia and also in Europe that they speak the La'za Ma'arwaya, which is it's an Assyrian dialect anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, exactly. We have one language with several dialects.
Yeah.
And I speak La'za Ma'arwaya. You say Shlama, I say Shlomo.
Yeah. Okay, so can you go ahead and say something actually to the community in La'za Ma'arwaya?
كوبان دومانو شلومي ويكورو لو عاملان كتلان بواترو دكحوي بأستراليا بسيدني بملبون وبغيرها تراوسي بسرعدين بحكاري بأسيريا بواترو دبا بونيدان بأسيريا شلومي يكرفو
تودي ساقي شلام علخ شمان بمضوية لمار البين أشي دار خشلامة آتورايا الكل داني دينا بخايق وآتوت أستراليا ومدينات بريش سيدني وملبورن مدينات خينة وكل أطروات خينة دينا بخايا وبغزايا وبريشايد آني دينا يو أطرت آطر وديوتنا يطرنان دختمرخ هكاري وطرق عبدين وبنجي باني كله شلامة وخبة بدرا الكله هاود باسي مرابة تودي سايجي look Malfono I understand 90% of Laza Marwaya but I when it comes to speak I have a bit of actually accent but I fully understand the language because it's a one language it's only a matter actually of dialect if you listen to it you will speak the language okay thank you very much let us just start with the program sorry if I like we start you actually a bit late but unfortunately we had a bit of actually difficulties but everything's okay now and everyone can hear us Malfono the first question I have for you the question is when and where the Assyrian Genocide Center was founded يعني إيكا شتسلا وشوريلا سيفو سنتر جو مد أطرا إيمانيوا ومدانا فيشلا بريتا وشتستا سيفو سنتر what can you tell us please about when where and was founded
David, David, before answering this question, I would like to start to tell you our Assyrian people, majority of Assyrian people, they heard about the Assyrian genocide.
Yeah.
But their knowledge is very limited.
Okay.
And it was the same with me. And it was 2000, year 2000, the Turkish authorities arrested Kasha Yusuf Akbulut from Diyarbakir, who said not only the Armenians, but also the Assyrians, also they went through the genocide of 1915. And the local authorities in Diyarbakir, they arrested him, they took him to the court. And there he said, you took me to the court and you're questioning me. I am a priest, I can't lie. Not only the Armenians, but also you killed the Assyrians. Before 1914, 1915, there were many Assyrians here. Where are they now? Of course, it is very clear that you committed genocide against Armenians and Assyrians. It was a year 2000, and he was in the Turkish newspaper, a brave Kasha Yusuf Akbulut. At that time, I was living in Europe. I told myself, if Kasha Yusuf Akbulut in Turkey, where the genocide is denied, if he can show this, to be so brave, to question their position, to be against the Turkish authorities, how about our people living in Europe, in America, in Australia? Why we don't speak up? Why we are not more organized? And since that, I start to give presentation about the Assyrian genocide. I was every week invited to 2-3 places in Europe to give presentations. And it was a need to organize ourselves in 2004 with many friends in Europe. We established 2004 the Assyrian Genocide and Research Center, which was also Seyfo Center. Seyfo means Sepa. And 2004, in order to organize our battle, to go to authorities with the organization and organize conferences in European Parliament, in House of Commons in England, and publish books, do these kind of activities. And since that, we have Seyfo Center. Now we have many branches in Europe, also 2 branches in America.
That's great. Mr. Shaheen, is there any question that you want to ask, please?
Well, yes, we're looking at your work, Malfono. If I'm not wrong, 2 major events took place in the last few months. First was the recognition of the Armenian, Assyrian, and Greek genocide by the US House of Representatives. And after that, the Arizona motion was passed also. Is there any other states in your mind, and how close is the Seyfo Center working with the Armenian Greeks organizations on this genocide issue in the US?
Yes, Rabbi Hermes. August 27, 2019, State of California has recognized the Assyrian genocide, and March 3rd, 2020, the Arizona House of Representatives has recognized the Assyrian genocide of 1915, and there are many other states also we are working on. Also, we are with other Assyrian organizations working at the U.S. Congress to recognize the Assyrian genocide, and hopefully it will happen 2021. There are few states in America we were very close for the recognition. Unfortunately, the pandemic that is going on now forced us to postpone this recognition, and I don't know exactly when it will happen. It is not up to us and to authorities here. We will see what the situation, but there are 50 states in America that recognize the Armenian genocide. We will focus on all these states, plus the U.S. Congress and Senate also, to have a special recognition for the Assyrian genocide. There are such work going on in America.
Great, great. So there is some kind of work relationship between the Armenian Greeks and the Assyrians?
I will tell you I will share with you my experience. For many, many years, I was one of the people that wanted to work with other nations to make our voice heard, to work very close with the Armenians and Greeks. And sometimes we could hear critical voice by our community. We're saying, why so much work with the Armenians? And all the time we are mentioning the Armenians, but they don't do it. I was not in the same meaning, because I feel the Armenian genocide is a fact. When we organize ourselves better, when we make our case, present our case better, Armenian, Greeks, and other nations also will mention us. And all together, we are more powerful. And in California and other places, we have very close relationship with the Armenians and Greeks, and we prefer this to work together also with other nations. We need other people also to work together. So this genocide is not only was not only against Armenians, Assyrian, Greeks. It was a crime against humanity, and we start to bring all humanity with us to make our voice heard. It is much better to isolate us. We have very good relationship, Rabbi Hermes, with Armenians and Greeks.
Very good, very good. That's good to hear. Malfano, lately, I believe there has been a question put either by yourself or some other about the number of the Assyrians killed during the Assyrian genocide. What is your thoughts on this issue, and how important is the findings about the number of victims of the Assyrian genocide?
This is good. This is good question, Rabbi Hermes. And sometimes we see here and there Assyrians mentioning different numbers. Sometimes we could see 500,000. Sometimes we see 600. Sometimes we see 750,000. And we have still, there is a discussion going on in our community about our numbers. It is very important, all of us, to know how many Assyrians they were killed during the genocide. And myself, I didn't do much research about the statistics, but there are some scholars like Professor David Jones, Gabriela Yonan, Professor Joseph Yacoub, Professor Hannibal Travis, and many others. When they give numbers, they give numbers according to the Assyrian delegation who went to Paris Peace Conference, because there were 5, 6 Assyrian delegations. They went to Paris Peace Conference 1919. They presented some numbers there. There are 2 numbers they have presented, 250,000, 275,000. But Professor David Gant, who said also there is other research, the number is not limited to 175,000. And but I feel like 750,000, maybe 1 million. I recall, I spoke this issue with late Hermes Abuna. He said, if you study the Assyrian history, you will see more than 1 million and maybe 2 million Assyrians. They went through several genocidal process, and there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Assyrians who converted to Islam, and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Assyrians. They went through assimilation process. Assimilation also is kind of a genocide, part of the genocide. So still, it's open question, Rabbi Hermes, and I hope we will have more scholars to focus on this. But one thing is in my mind, we should never ever give credit to Turkish and other denialists. Every number we should present, we should have a kind of fact, so we can make our position more stronger basis. If we use 750,000, we should have sources for that. If we say 1 million, we should explain where we brought this number. And I feel like there were many genocidal against our people, and most probably millions of Assyrians they died during this genocidal process.
Yeah. Sorry, Malfono, could I just add, being on the Seyfo Center and looking after the genocide issues, I think it's a good idea to work with other scholars on this number issue. Is very important, because going through the history of genocide, it doesn't mean that the genocide started in 1915 and we'll only concentrate on the number of victims during that period and afterward. But if you go back 1845, and you will see what's Badr Khanbak and whoever came after him, they were all supported by the Ottoman Turkey, and also by the government of Iran at the time. So genocides start from that period, and during the Sultan Abdul Hamid, which he ruled about 33 years up to 1909, it's documented around over 100,000 Assyrians were slaughtered in the Arbakir, in Ahmed, in these places. So really, if you look at the number, it's not 750. We should really talk about the real number, which is over 1 million people were slaughtered in this genocide.
I agree totally with you, Rabbi Hermes, and I heard from some other Assyrian scholars also. They will focus on this. Dr. Nicholas Del Chilo, I spoke to him, and to some other scholars. They will focus, and we will focus. We do more research, and hopefully we can present this much better than we do it today.
Thank you.
Okay. مخلاتهم يقرأوا رمز أخشي بين Malfono Sabri. Can I be excused? I just want to say a few things in Assyrian, if you don't mind. And this is very important.
Sure,
very important
yes,
question. Please. We need to just say something in Assyrian also, just to make it clear to everyone, to all our listeners anyway. شمان مغربو بشمات فرصة قاد خيالة أني تورو بلكي تخدش درنك بكتوي دوخ من يقرأ صبري أوتمان قد إلى الشتستانة سيفو سنتر جو أمريكا لهدية تفكتوا دوخ مني قد تطلب بقارة يقرأ هرمز أو بقارة بقرخ من صبري وصبري دي جوب له بخشاوي وبزر مشمو 50,000 نيا وتخامط أنا تسرت بليشانا أطراي أشمان مغبة أنا نقايل
ميقري شمان مغبة أختي إلى خاد جواب خابقارة رابع أنا نقايا وبسبارك تمجد جواب الله وكت إلى ميقرا صبري أتمن لاخا جودا جينوسايد سنتر وإلى سيفو سنتر في شقريا بطلابخ منه تمجد قد بالغ من حكمة سكالرز الدين يعني الأخراية من يانا دوخ تخيوه لا بايش أختي خويشة شو مو 50,000 سبب تمجد من يانا بظلامخ الملت الدين من سبب جاشوخ التشقيطة من 1845 شاروية للبا قردايا بقطالة بألبت برناشوتة من ملت الدين بياشينا قطيلة سبب أيضا تزيئي وخد حكمة أطمناية إيوة دختاني ياوا أصبب تشكك قردايا ياوا قولا قاتهم خيم وقطولون وخوشن تومي جمتواتت مشيخاية سو جينوسايد شريطة لمن تاما وقام حتى زيوقيلا جودا صاد قامت بدار السلطان عبد الحميد 13 أولا شوية البراما ويا الأجوز مرنزودة من أما ألبي هربدان الديو عطراي بيشن قطيلة بس بتاعي خرطة آجون خد فرمان وعاملة الدين كل الطريان وخد خموتان ويلون الليلة من يان الدين شومو خمشي وبقار الدين قم يقرأ صبري ويقرأ صبري سجورة المدامن دي وماري لقد احنا بتفلخة خلداشولا ومتخرج من حكمة من سكالرز دي قد جاروبة قد يول شاقل منه وآمن دي بوش شخصي الله وميلة سبب اتمجد قاتن إلى رنقيتها منيانا أو دوس لا ظلمخ الناشدين ودخلوا المبصرخ من كتخني وخدو خراب جورا فقط
يقرأ المسابات مدخورة لجهم سمت مارا له شق من قطلة ديناويدة إن هربيضا تامارا فيش أنا كونفرت ويدة يعني فيش شخلب إيمانو تجي بألبة مارا مايت ألبة كاش نشقيل وشخلب التوديتي خيلة وخكمة من يجي دينا فيش دختمرد خربس أوروبا وهربيضا تا أهولات خينا دينتية كل أن بخواشة يعني الجينوسايد ليلة مرة أختي أن قتله إنا مودي أن شقيله ومش لميله أن ظلمله الله أن ليش يقلهم زميلي شانه أن تلقيله أن رابا سو كل أن مدخورة لقد ودختت آت مدخورة من يانا دزوتها إلى رابا بش الله هي من كل أن مديانة بت دختمرخ بت صافي قد خطش إيتلا وأهطش تجارت أخنا همش هاوخ بارا سبخجون خرابة جوريل ولا من الشيء يعني طلع ما أطرايا Assyrian genocide. أزن أنا في خابوقارة قدية. أما الفونو صبري. Sorry, we did a bit of actually explanation actually on the question that was asked. So it's all clear in Assyrian. My next question. Are you with me, Sabri?
Yeah, I am. Of course.
And can you hear me also very clearly, or is it clear? Yes?
I hear you very clear.
Good, yeah. Okay, Malfona, my question is, this is how important is building genocide monuments and why? You know, the genocide monument that we had in so many different countries, but the importance of building a monument. I'll just explain it also in Assyrian. بقاري إلى قديم مارك ما أنا نقيت إلى بنيت قيميات السهدة جو تختم الخطروات بريشة وقاموا يعني قاموا يار بيشي بنية. Is the question clear to you, Malfono Sabri?
Yeah, it is clear. Thank you for the question. And you know, Yakra David, Rabbi Hermes, the monument you have in Australia, in Sydney, the monument that AUA, the federation in Australia has erected, has a significant importance for our people. It was a recognition in Australia, and you saw the reaction of the denialists, how they attacked the monument, and it strengthened our identity. It was everybody in the world, they watched, they heard about the monument that was erected for the memory of the Assyrian genocide victims in Australia. And I see in social media sometimes our people from Europe, from Armenia, from other places who visit Sydney, they go and take pictures. They show their respect in front of the Assyrian genocide monument in Sydney. This is very important. Thanks to AUA, to Federation in Australia, that you erected this monument. Thanks to you, we were inspired to do similar. Our people were inspired to follow you, and we have erected a monument, genocide monument in Belgium and in Switzerland and many other places, and we will continue with this. It is kind of recognition for our genocide, the monuments that we have around the world.
او باسي مرابا ميقرا صبري هم زومه لباسط جينوسايد مونمنت وانا قايوتو ومدخوله لباسط جينوسايد تويدانا لخا وماري لقت كما انا قيته و قيمتها بشلبنيتها جو استراليا وخاشوفا جو رقماوي ولا كل اطوراي واخنا نمشى متخره وقباس في الخانه ديوخن خيادتي ولا اطوراي وبرايوتا تمثيل اها قيمتها ميلة ليتوتا اقن جو اولت ربا شاتونيات ورنجاو انا مصيلا ما يخلى ليتوتا بديضا تزماري قد رابا من اطورايت بتاينا من اطروات بريشايت من يوروب برخشينا مجروشنا شكله وبكلايا قم قيمت السادة الى خايقارا ربا جورا ويقا كل خاطرايت كالي قم داها قيمتها جبرتها او باسيما.
Good. I have actually it's close to this question, but I'm just asking you. I'm saying, what memories you have from Sydney and Yerevan monuments and the impact? What memories? Because let me refresh your mind. You were a guest of honor actually, and you were invited as a founder of the Assyrian Genocide Center, and we'll never forget, of course, we had Malfono Ninos Aho, the late Malfono Ninos Aho, your ambassador, your advisor for the Genocide Center. You both were invited in 2010, and we still have your name, Malfono Sabri Atman, the founder of the Genocide Center, and also we have Malfono Ninos Aho's name actually on the plaque, on the monument. So what memories you have from, I'm saying, Sydney Monument and Yerevan Monument, Armenia?
Wow, a lot of memoirs. And I remember I was together with Malfono Nino Saho in Los Angeles, where I am now. We traveled, we got invitation from you to be there. We were very thankful all the way. We were together to Sydney, to Australia, and it was amazing to have such Assyrian genocide monument. If I recall right, after the Bakuba genocide monument, the monument that you were working on was the first Assyrian genocide monument. It was a great honor for me and Malfono Nino Saho to be with you there with 2,000 Assyrian sisters and brothers. And I will never forget the speech of Malfono Nino Saho and the rest of the people. It was very beautiful weather. It was a great genocide monument there. And we were all very happy. And when I was there, I spent many weeks together with you, with many our Assyrian friends, Andraus, Hannah, Yakub, and many other friends. I don't want to mention some of them and forget the rest, but I have very good memories, David, from the monument in Sydney, and also the same in Yerevan. You have inspired many Assyrians all around the world when you erected this monument. Also, one of them was the monument in Yerevan in Armenia. And we were in the middle of the program. I also, maybe you remember how it was raining, how heavy was raining, but still we were there. And still I see people in social media when they go to Yerevan, is whether they are Assyrians or not, they go and visit the Assyrian Genocide Monument in Yerevan. And our brothers, sisters in Armenia, they did a great job. And I will also add something here, Rabbi Hermes, whether it's recognition by states of Arizona, states California, whether it's a monument in Sydney, in Armenia, and other states, without our people's support, we are not able to achieve this. We have our people's support behind us, and to work for this, it is amazing work behind all these activities. I remember from start, you and David, you were sending us pictures how you build the monuments from the first stage to the end. The same in Armenia. And believe me, all this work, it is amazing work is behind them, and who works knows very well how much heavy is that.
Yeah. Well, let me refresh your mind. I don't know if Malfono Hermes, you want to say something, or please, because I wanna refresh his mind again and remind him of the day. I have something for him. Okay, go ahead, Mr.
Go ahead, David. It's all right.
You know, Malfono, I just wanna to remind you again the day, because of course we said we will never forget. But let us on the day. Malfono Ras Aho, it was 7th of August 2010, like it was the Assyrian Genocide and Martyrs Day. When Malfono Ras Aho, he was very ill and he even was in a hospital. But when we mentioned that you are invited and if you can make it to Australia, he never refused and said no. He said, I will ask my doctor. He did ask his doctor. And doctor, he said, no, it's a long way. But he still stood against his doctor's advice, and he traveled all the way with 20 tablets he was taking a day, so much medication. But when he delivered his speech, it was really very inspiring speech. Let me put part of his speech and then the poem he delivered on the day, right? Just to refresh you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. بدمت شيرني مسعاه تلفو أسرة دي بقرايو. Yeah.
شهدا ترايا بمارله أخنن قيمخ خاقاخيتا أخنن ميتخ خاقاخيتا شررخ أنتن إلى آطر خاقاخيتا بمزبطخ أطرن إلى آشر خاقاخيتا بأرخة سيفو سهدوتا أنت بخيدة بأرخة سيفو تريقلت وإسري إسراء فراواثخينة مودي بقتل أما آطرايا إدانا مبرخ إثوثة بسبوثة أنثانيتا آثوريتا إدانا تازخ الأموات مخيدة تمرخ حقياتا إن سليدة بيخلو وآطرايا خاتا وسهدا متوينا إيدا بإيدا قد متي أني ستوني قامايد آطر جو آشر لبت نور قد خدت قايم الفطورة منها لزمن تعيش شمية آطورايا خاتب ريلة قيقروتد ألف تشنة كفنا وصاوى وسني قوسة ضبل التاريخ من تجارب نيشة وأمتا ديوم بركة قزل باند حقوياته قزل باند كل أمواته شلامو إيله كله بومبا قسروان زودا إتله البقرة بنا إيكي ومن دلباس الدبي عمره بتجاوب له بشاري رود لا تيارايا ولا تخمنايا لا بني دشتا ولا بني طورة يا عوبايا وكلدانايا ونسترنايا وبروسبترايا أبزيليون قال رامت طاور قاتخ أختي إيون أطرايا بتخيل مو بتلاوش إيكاد مايت هجرة تخمن كبر منه تاسج وانت طيني شكة وتمر شرارة لب بإيده وكتاو منه بختاريله ومكروزيله بكين آطر بإيده آطر بخيله ودم بشمد آشر بمارين أنا برين من قلبيا أي أرأو أهشمشة أنا وين من قرزونة لتي موتة لتي غمشة أنا إيوان كخوة آطر قوبة نهرين بالبوصيون أنا إيوان الله آشر قلل الدولة مختوريون أنا إيوان شراية بحرة لعلمة تيبل من هوريون نجد اليوم أنا لتن نيخا بتلاقيون لا وعالبايد لا آطر بيشة وزونة بشاتك آطر بيشة وتاريخ ساغر آطر بيشة وبرج بياسة آطر بيشة وهجرة.
Wow.
Malfono, that was a good memory.
Wow. Thank you so much. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I believe
and
now you're remembering the moment, the time that, he went up to the monument and the way he was pointing his finger to the monument and reading his, poem.
Poem.
Yeah.
I remember this very well, and I remember Malfono Nino Zaho every single day.
Yeah. Well, he was an asset. He is still asset. Look, 10 years passed, and possibly, if not every second, third program, we do have one of his poem, and he is always remembered worldwide, actually. Rest in peace, Malfono Nino Zaho. You will always be in our heart. Malfono, Sabri, I just want to ask, ميقرأ هرمس إتلو خامدي مزدت الداية تخرني وهم سميات ميريلة ميقرأ صبري تقدم.
well أنا خشون ميقرأ صبري رابص باين زملي ومتخريلي من ديانة بيان ماري وقت لما شينا أيوما بتخارن جاو زودة من تريال ببرناشوتا تي وقت تخت قيمة السهدك شلوخون وبديت انتزي أنا ناخد نينوس اهو اخوامو ضالي وهيج قالي ماشيين همزمت تيوالي ناخد نينوس جدويو ما جدو الما همزمت ماشي شمطه وتشميانا قمختشا وبديت انتزي بتخاري لخرواتتي وتبيقه بيه لخت وميقرا اندراوس وميقرا حنا وياقو برهي وشركة خينة تتبقلب قرباب تريشاباتي ويلي لخا بخايا منا لخا جو سيدني ومريض لقاته فيك مخرزة بضانو وهذا زي همزومة اللي باصت تخارد ديو جو قيمتت بشلش متيتا جو يربان بتخاري وقت اويمت بتخت قيمتها ميقرا ديفيد يو خامدي اجبانا برت همزميات بتخت شوري والون تيلا قربانات دختاني بيبلجا وخامطرة خيلان تريلا طوبانا ويوالي كل تخرق للخامرزة بيشوالا يقطد 100 بتخارن يجا خكمة خاري وتمجد وبدني بخي والأمتا ديا بغزاي وخاومتا ظلمتا تلا هيران تلا هيك من دينا مدري بجماية جوا ترواتي متوي قارا السهد الدية وأقوم تلينا من شيتا هيجا لا تشئيتو لا سهد الديو وهماشا ويتلا دختاني مهمنتا الشمو إيتوتو قبت هذا هلوديو مخمي وخالي شانا وأغم تنايوتا وبخيرت مريا على بتقاو خدخة هلدوي متقاوم تقنية زدقو خيروتو أختي أدخى بوينتان الميقر ديفيد مبشي منطقة وقم خا مدخى خا برصوبة بكتاوي ويلي ملفونو زي منو خلخا بكتاوي لي ماري لقد أخنوخن تيوتن لخا الودر قالوخن مرمى انتي تندوس تيمون دور الأطرة تاما همزة ميمون لا من ودر تكلت أوخو مصيانة من جو أطرة أني شورانو دخوالون عقالا فلتخوالي وباسط فرمان لما صفوام زمخوا وبلما صفوام رخوا جانا قد يوخاطورا يجو أطرة يجودي يوم دختي قدن أطروات تخيروتا وجاروب قالا مرمخلة خيكما فرصوبة مرانة اتجانيدونا شبيلة شولا لتلو نختي يوريجو دني فيسبوك من ديانة أختي قيادتا وشمطة الروخة أمتنايا وروخة فلخانة أمتنايا بيدنهم زمياتي تشرد قبت هذا دوزوتا قم فلطنا من جووتا سبب أدخل زمياتي لينا الدوراشة أختي تكلت خادرس ليبي أن فرصوبة بس من دريتت لوما وهم شام زمتا بلوخن أختي بلوخن مغزى من شولا أمت سنقتا للشولا ليلة سنقتا ودي يوم أختي قيتخ أخناخن بليطة ودر همزومة أخنا بليطة ودر دخ بالخانة الموديت هذا سؤالني من ديانة دوزوتا أختي مبشمنتا لجومتن إنا شكيرا على رابا باصورنا أن فرصوبة وإذا نطيق بقراية بتشقيت دن فرصوبة تينا مزومة اتمجد بلاطنا حكمة فرصوبة ضية ناشي بضاينا وقاتن مضوينا قد أني بضانوزي إيوة مدوقان تناشي جو أطرة عراق شمان تناشي يزيوة مكزري والون إيوة بالاخت حزب البعث إيجودي يوم وينتي لخا أختي بشماطة ووارا كتما خد خاشمة ربوي خبرة وبلاطة براقة أخ مودي تانا ناشا إنا تشيبوقا بالخانة أمتناي تشيبوقا ملفونو صبري أتمن قد ويلخ اتمجد ويلخا شليخا بلاخا جدا حق للجينوسايد رابا شاتونيات خزيلة رابا زهماتيات خزيلة وهذه أنا همون خابوقارة زي بتآتي منه خميقرا ديفيد بدني شاتونيات بتفاقي اللي بيه إينا مدري ليل بدار على بارا عقصت تيلهم منا بيو بلاخي لالله لتل رابا هيرانة إينا مدري أو باسيما ويدا الخشورة رابا جبارة بصيات قيسة إتوالي
باسيما رابا ميقرا هرمس أنا أو كمان كان خزن بعربي تيواجي كتيوا ليلة جاي قامتها أو يطخ إيكالي إينا باردية طخلة إينا مو بوارلة البال هل بدخلنا من صادوتا ديو لا ديلا اكتولا استسجورة منه سبلنا بضايا مانيلة أختي ربوية الخيكمة خبرانة تسمى وبلاطلة قد خاوط لا الناشئ بنون وبنات أمتناطوريتا أدخل صوب مرانة إيتن أخنا قدا دنيا بولطلان شمان أطورايا كتابة تشقيطا رمزة يومان ضية شو طبخ يوم السهدة يوم الآطر خبنيسة رشيد آطوراية كل من ديم بولطلان الباتو مضيلا وأمتا شوريلا بالواخة برمزة شابير آتا شابرتت أمتا آطوريتا كل أن مصيرت أودي والوطاما مقامي والوطاما إن المخا أشتلن أشتل خيلة شتسلة جب وريزة تشوريلا بلاخة وأخنا خيشة وختامجي ومنطامجي مقيسة لبالخانة إن كل الدنيا بالخان من ودر تطمية خيلة كل ده تويا يا خاصة زكيتة لبهمزة مخلقها جخيتة أنا ناشليش نطي قيرة تاني إلا بزو دقيرة يولانينا Malfono Sabri, I just want to ask you one more question. We did say a few things in Assyrian, what you really, when you were asked the question, and he said a few things good about actually the monument and about the organizations and how hard we work, and also regarding Armenia. But look, this question is important actually. Let the people again know. The question is actually, I'm saying, do you have any problems or negative thinking by organization or individuals, which has happened earlier? We had someone in Arabic, he was very negative and writing very bad, you know. So I'm saying, do you have this in your daily work as Seyfo Center? So that's, let me put it in this way. You're working so hard, and there is people or some individuals, which is not only we hear, but we can read some of the articles, and they are possibly very, 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 very small minority, but they are making these noises always. What's your reaction against these people or organization? And then similar to this, also there is, it's a question, but I'll just put it to you. And also we see some of the media that are really, some of the media also publicity against your Seyfo Center.
Khuni David, when you are aware, when we are working for our nations, of course, we will get obstacles. And there are some people, they will like the work that we are doing, and there are some, they will not do it. Since we established the Seyfo Center, we got a lot of reactions from Turkey and still continue. And I didn't want to mention it at all. There were several years, they sent me threats, and it was kind of their job. And one of the emails that was sent to us maybe 3 months ago, 3-4 months ago, was in Turkish saying, Sabri Atman, the first moment you enter the airport in Istanbul, you will get 3 shots in your head. And this is all the time happen. And I will never, ever mention, they are not worth to be mentioned this. I know when we are working for our nation, some people will not like and will oppose us, will fight against us. It is very normal. And sometimes also from our community in the past, the name issue is discussed a lot. Some Arameans, they didn't like the work that we are doing. They don't want to hear the name of Assyrians. They were opposing the work that we are doing, and they were attacking us. But I never had the will to mention this. Latest, there are some media from Europe, also individuals, they are attacking me and the Seyfo Center. And I wished these people knew how to criticize a person or organization. I need all the time. My friends, also in the opposition, to say, we will respect any kind of critic, but just to be against, just to destroy, there are few, and they are not worth to be mentioned, and they are useless, they are sick, and we have the majority of our people is behind us. With our people's support, we were not able to achieve what we are doing. And day by day, we work to raise awareness about the Assyrian genocide, Assyrian history, and strengthen the Assyrian identity. But some people, because jealousness, ego, because they are sick, they have mental issue, and here and there, they attack me, attack the Seyfo Center. I feel like the best way is to ignore them and to focus on our work. This is what we are doing, Akhoni David.
Turkey is known to everyone. It did happen actually to us, Malfono Sabri. But the problem is actually when they are within us, this is where the problem is. So hopefully people will think twice, and majority of the people actually, they are in favor of all this beautiful work that we all together are doing, and especially your work too, Malfono, in America. But I just mentioned it. I needed this to be heard from yourself. It's not sometimes when we complain and we say there is such a person, but it was a beautiful statement that is given by you. Let the people know, let the listeners know what we are really going through, you know, on daily basis, you know, from the governments, from countries, from individuals, from within us, you know, it's always, but we leave all this beside, you know, we put all these things beside and we continue with the good work. But let me just in this regard.
Can I add something more, David?
Please go ahead.
You know, Miakra David, Rabbi Hermes.
Yeah.
I follow you and I say how much work you are doing in Australia. And from all my heart, I will tell you that I am proud to have friends like you who are doing this work. And you know how much heavy it is. You know, some of our people, they have in these countries, in America also, comfortable life. To engage people, to motivate people is not easy. And it's very extremely difficult task we are doing. And when you are attacked by some individuals, organizations, it is hurting. I will tell you, it is hurting.
Yeah.
Because these people, they don't do anything, just attacking. But we have to be very professional and not be much hurt, not withdraw to their conflict. And this is what we are doing at the Seyfo Center. We decided we have Seyfo Center has great team in Arizona with Dr. Ramina Jojo's leadership. We have a great Seyfo Center chapter, and here in Los Angeles, the same. We are just focusing on the positive. We will forever ignore these negative people. They are useless people, but sometimes it's hurting. They don't know how much it's difficult to work for our nation. There is a lot of work behind everything we achieve. It is not very simple.
Malfono, Sabri, thank you for that. But let me just read. It's very important, you know. I mean, look, the listeners are sending some messages, and I love to read it because it's important. Look, there is one beautiful message from our beautiful sister in Assyrianism, Marlene Georgis. She is actually from Victoria, Melbourne. She's saying the right in the USA, the right in the USA is still on as a result of one black man killed, which is considered as a racism to the black community's rights. And it will be recorded in the history and will never be forgotten by the black community. So how can we forget many genocides that had happened upon us? Therefore, we have every right to raise our voice to let the whole world know the truth, which will help us at least to fight for our rights. Rest in peace, our martyrs. Are you with us, Malfono?
I am.
Did
it
you
is
hear?
Great message.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is great.
I just want to really thank her on behalf of three of us. Wonderful. هاي باسم ترى خاتم قدك توتا بين قرنا أنا بدالي شانات ورايا خاتم بكتاب لما لا أقيمت جو أمريكا أن كماية مارا خات كماية بشل طيلة كل يوم أنا باقود ومقوخ وبكتابة قد لنا رازي بدام دي لقوم ما خايكو مايو ما ربت بيشك توتا وبشتا خطش إيتا جو خيوتة أمريكا ما ربز دا كوميونيتي التوماية ما ربز داخي أخنا آتوراية برمن برمن وقطلة ديلتية الله قارد أخنا منشية لا قارد تخرخ وكتوخ ومضيح كل الدنيا مودي التي الله ومرا ناخا السهدت أمتيني وإذ باسمت خاتن داها كتوتخ. I also have Marina Woodhall. She's saying how we didn't publish a book about the Assyrian history previously. Are you going to publish one day? Okay.
There are many books about the Assyrian genocide, about Assyrian history. For example, Malfono Abdul Masih Karabashi published a book 1965 in Syria in Arabic and Assyrian language. Recently, we translate this book to English. And there is another important book that was written by Ishaq Armane, 1919 in Lebanon in Arabic. We are focusing to translate this important book also in English. And I'm sure there are many other books. They will be translated and published also by Seyfo Center and other organizations as well. And I will tell you, Rabbi David, they didn't kill only Assyrians during the genocide.
Of course.
They killed them, they killed us, they took our properties.
Yeah.
For example, more than 50% of Hakkari, they were Assyrians. Yeah. If they remove the Assyrians from Hakkari, if they kill them, what happened to their properties? In Tur Abdin, in Urmiya, in many other places, they were Assyrians. They are killed, they are deported, but their properties, they are taken away from them. And also, they destroy our language, they destroy our identity, and also they force us to assimilation, to diaspora, and also they destroy partly our future to become a nation. Still, the genocide is going on. We can't forget our history. People without history have no future. Yeah. The genocide and our history is very important.
Yeah, very good. Malfono, there is one more message I would like to read. Virginia Ibrahim, another beautiful lady. She always writes and always beautiful messages. She's saying, the devil always hates the truth. It is not surprise to have critics. So we will see these critics because they are devils anyway. Only devils write against and never happy with the truth. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you, Marina. And thank you also, Marlon. Thank everyone. I can't read all the messages because we already passed 10 past 8. We still got maybe another 10 minutes to go. Mr. Shaheen, do you want to interfere and say something? I'm so sorry. It took us so long in this question, but also needed just to have this listeners also into the conversation. Thank you.
Well, to Malfono Sabri, we had actually in the past few months a lot of good work relationship with the Armenians, Greeks. I think it was in February we signed a joint justice initiative for national recognition of the Assyrian, Armenian, and Greek genocide. It was a very big day in Canberra. We met on the day with over 20 or 30 members of parliament, and we gave them this joint of justice initiative and asked them to affirm or give support to this genocide issue. Since then, we had over 10 or 12 senators and members of parliament signing this affirmation and pledging support for the recognition of the three nations genocide. The other thing, the New South Wales Economical Council, which is part of the Council of Church, also adopted a statement recognizing the three genocide, the Armenian, Assyrian, and Greeks, and calling for Australia federal government to do the same. So really, we have seen a lot of outcome of the good relationship, good to working relationship with the Greeks and Armenians, especially with the last visit to Canberra. It was a historic day. After the meetings with so many members of parliament, we had a gathering, and during that gathering there was a lot of speeches given, and we signed the agreement in front of all members of parliament in the center of federal parliament in Canberra. The agreement was between the Greeks, Assyrians, and the Armenians. This is I think one of the good steps that we initiated, and we are trying to work hard to bring the genocide issue to the federal parliament, hopefully this year or next year. We are working hard to finalize this genocide recognition, hopefully, if we are lucky, to get it done.
Malfono?
Yes, Yakra David, really, Rabbi Hermes, it is great what you are doing there. There is no enough word how to say thank you, but you are doing amazing work there. And believe me, not only our people in Australia and Sydney notice, all the entire world, Assyrians, all across the world, they follow you and they know this work that you are doing. And I hope, when they killed Assyrians, when they committed genocide against Assyrians, they want to finish us. And what you are doing now in Australia, in Sydney, Melbourne, you resist against the genocide. You show that still we are alive. When you celebrate the Assyrian New Year, when you organize all these activities, you show to the denialists, you fail. We are alive, we exist, we will never forget, and we will not allow you to erect us from our history. And thank you, Rabbi Hermes. Thank you, Yakra David. And you mentioned, David, criticism. Yeah. We welcome all the time criticism, yeah. And we need this. Definitely, we need this. We respect criticism. This is the only way we can correct our mistakes. And yes, David.
Yeah, well, Malfono, look, we have so much. This genocide issue, it just never ends. It will be question after question, and it's 8:15 in Sydney, Australia, but it's 3:15 a.m. in the morning in Los Angeles. So we might just end this interview, because we are thinking, hopefully, that possibly you will travel to Arizona. And when you travel to Arizona, maybe we will have an interview with you and with Dr. Ramina Jarjo. So hopefully that will be through Zoom. You will be seen and also ask questions. I think it's going to be a very good interview. All I'll say, may God bless you for all the beautiful work that you're doing, and your team, the entire team of the the Board of Genocide Center in the US and even in Europe. We were very happy with this interview, and I think you gave the message, very clear message to the listeners. And I hope next time we'll have different questions and different topic that we will discuss, and hopefully will be maybe a good news also coming in the next meeting.
Definitely.
And to me, in conclusion, I'll say thank you very much. Mr. Hermes Shaheen, do you have something to add before he says his last words?
Well, Malfono Sabri, it's always a pleasure to have you on our program. We thank you for your great work and wish you great success. God bless you. And hopefully we will hear from you even more. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi Hermes. Thank you, David. And it was a great honor for me to be in your program. And I hope soon I can hear from you too. And I hope soon I will give you good news from America and Europe.
Malfana Sabri, also I have Mr. Yoram Yonan. He's very close friend of us, and he's a great follower actually of the program. He is brother of the singer Emmanuel Bidyonan. He's in America. I think you know him. So he's saying hello. Say hello to Sabri Atman. He knows you very well, and he's seen you here. So he's saying Shlama and pass my best regards to Sabri. Mr. Sabri Atman, once again, thank you, and it was an honor to have you on our show. Hopefully, we'll make time and have you very often on our show just to update us all the beautiful work that you guys are doing there in regard the Assyrian genocide or Seyfo. Tawdi Sagi, Pushum Shlamo.
Hawitu Basima Rabba. Thank you.
Shayna, Malfana.